This episode is brought to you by Snapple. Want to know another Snapple fact? The first hot air balloon passengers were a sheep, a duck, and a rooster. Ridiculous. Check out Snapple.com to find ridiculously flavored Snapple near you.
Welcome to Culture Crash, where we examine what's new and old in entertainment. In 2016, Drake released One Dance, a funky dancehall track that dominated the charts thanks in no small part to the influence of Wizkid, who is a feature on the song and is one of the signature voices of the Afrobeats movement. Afrobeats is a genre that has been gaining in popularity in the UK, the US, and around the world. In addition to One Dance, you've heard Afrobeats if you've ever enjoyed Calm Down by Rema and Selena Gomez, or Water by Tyla. So what exactly is Afrobeats as a genre? Sheila O, a global music businesswoman and host of Afrozons, the first Afrobeats radio show in the US, explains.
Afrobeat originated from the western part of Africa. It started in Nigeria by Fela Kuti. Fela Kuti was known to be the king of Afrobeats, in the early years, way ahead of my time, pushing the genre with drums and live band and all kinds of, percussionist, different instruments. A song could not be played on radio because a song was like 9 minutes long. It was all about the beats and the drums of the African continent. So Afrobeats really is sounds from Africa, sounds from the motherland.
And those sounds have been taking the world by storm, and now Afrobeats is a genre that looks to continue catapulting artists onto the top of the charts. One big way to do that has been gaining a foothold by contributing memorable features on other artists' work and giving them new sounds to play around with. For example, Afrobeats artists Wizkid, Burna Boy, St. John, and many others were featured on Beyoncé's album, The Gift. But these artists are also more than capable of doing it themselves. For instance, last year, Tyla won the inaugural Grammy Award for Best African Music Performance for her smash hit, Water. Sheila O says much of the success of the genre comes down to one thing. It's fun.
It is so non-threatening, it's non-violent, non-sexist. Nobody cares who you love, who you date, as long as you're happy. It's just feel-good music. No one's trying to put a gun to your head. It's not trap. You know what I mean? It's just feel-good music that makes people really happy.
To explore Afrobeats further, check out Sheila O's weekly show, Afrozons. You can head to their website at afrozons.com. That's AFROZONS.com for local listings. I'm Evan Rook.
The Radio Health Journal podcast gives listeners the latest news on what's trending in health, science, technology, and more.
Why are certain providers and medical doctors not listening to family members who have lived through a disease path for such a long time?
Featuring medical experts who break down complex topics in a way that's easy to understand. Radio Health Journal podcast, available wherever you find your favorite podcasts and at radiohealthjournal.org.